Hey, how's it going everyone? Teysind here, and today I wanted to talk about what difficulty levels do you play video games on? So obviously nowadays we're seeing more and more difficulty levels in games. Take for example Diablo that goes into Torment and all different levels of it. We've got the Halo that goes into Legendary and beyond, I believe. And games like the Kingdom Hearts series that you have your beginner, normal, proud, going all the way up to critical now in the Western releases. So yeah, I thought I'd talk about what I do in brief and sort of find out what you do. So for me, growing up as a child, I would always do or start off with at least the standard level difficulty, I should say. That's what I would do, and then I would go on to either the harder difficulty or just a different game. Nowadays though, I don't feel the same, or I really enjoy the whole challenge reward feeling of beating a game at the hardest possible mode and feeling like if I'm spending, investing 60, 70, 80 hours in a game, I want to finish that and know that I've done it to the best that can be done. Whereas if I do it on a lower level, then it's sort of like, oh, well, now I feel like I need to invest that time again and go redo on the harder mode. So what I do now is I always do RPGs at the hardest level. Things like Kingdom Hearts, I always do them at critical level, or the hardest level that is available if you need to beat that game on that level to unlock a harder level. I believe there's the case with 0.2 Birth by Sleep. I think you can play it on Proud, and then after that you can unlock critical mode, but I always go for critical mode. With games that are from series I'm new to, such as Diablo, I start off at the normal, or sort of like the level that's one step higher than normal, I should say, and then I incrementally increase it. But that's with a game where you are able to do that. So Diablo, for every chapter, I would just go at one difficulty level at a time. If I was at if I began a game where you can't increase the difficulty, then I would most likely always go the highest level. But it depends on what can be unlocked at those levels too. So like I was saying, everything I've said before is the games that I put in 50, 60, 70, 80 hours to, that I do at the hardest levels. But games that, maybe 10 to 20 hours or so, that is from a series completely different to what I normally play. Say something like a Metroid Prime. It's something that's very new to me. It doesn't, the games aren't as long. So I'd be coming into it sort of maybe having trouble going at the hardest level. So that's something I would do at a normal level, but just for the first game. So the Metroid Prime I would probably do just at normal. And then the second one, I would go into that hard difficulty and do the hardest, from the second onwards. Because there is this point where you go into a game that is completely, it may be from not just a genre that's new, not just a game that's new to you, but a genre that's new to you. And instead of that risk reward benefit, you go beyond it, where you get into that frustration level and you sort of not rage quit, but it sort of has the inverse effect, and it's tricky sometimes knowing that balance, where to go. Again, if it's a game that I know I love, then I don't hit that sort of frustration level, because I just have the reward in knowing that I'm playing a series I absolutely love on the highest difficulty, and being one step closer to completing everything I can in that game. So yeah, anyways, let me know your thoughts, what difficulty levels do you play video games on, and some of the games that you've played at, some of the difficulty levels. I'd love to hear some of your thoughts and opinions. Maybe most of the games you've played only have one difficulty level, so you try and up the challenge by doing separate things, like level 1 runs or no death runs, things like that. It'd be awesome to hear. So yeah, anyways everyone, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for liking, sharing, subscribing, and until next video, stay spot on.